What's up, guys? Welcome back to day 13. Today we're going to be talking through transitions. Professionals know how to transition. That means that they've mapped out and they know their craft well enough of what they're trying to accomplish. And what that means is that in your door approach, you should be able to break it up into sections. So for me, what I've done in the past is I have my intro, which is the first 15 seconds, which you guys have heard. And then from there, I jump into the main problem. And then from there, I transition to a solution to the problem and then into qualifying and setting the appointment. So those are the four or five sections of my door approach. And so I think it's really important that if you haven't yet, that you go map out yours and know exactly at what points you need a transition to get to the next point. Because what that does for you, it also becomes a lifesaver. So for me, sometimes, if I get a bull of a customer that comes out and it throws me off a little bit, like having life-saving transitions or phrases that I use really helps save me in making sure that I can try to stay calm and collected because I've practiced it. I know that once I say that phrase, it's getting me into the next point of my door approach. So, for example, in the first 15 seconds, it might sound like, hey, my name's Quaid, I work with RDX. Did any of the neighbors mention that we were going to be coming over? They say no. Okay. Well, we're the ones who follow up on the notice that you should have got on your last month's power bill. And that's my first 15 seconds. And so now it's important for me to come up with a transition that kind of helps spark something in my mind of how to jump into the problem. And so what I say there is, on the notice, it said this. That's my transitional phrase. I know that when I do that, it kind of triggers of what's next about creating a problem. So it might sound like this. So on the notice, you would have noticed it talked through a couple problems that have been having. What it is that here in this state, we're not able to create enough power, and so we're having to bring it in from out of state, which is causing our prices to go up. So regardless of what was in there, what's important to note in this training video is that there was a transitional phrase that I know that triggered that I was jumping into the next part of my door approach. And so what I'm going to challenge you guys to do today is to go map out your flow. Write out your door approach, try to break it into sections. We've talked through intro, we've talked through the main problem, what the solution is to that problem, and then how to qualify and set an appointment. And so if you'll go break that down, I want you to come up with transitional phrases that you can use to make sure that you're reminding yourself how to get, which will help you, one, seem more professional and that you have a purpose for being there. The other thing that we'll do is we'll make sure that there'll be life-saving lines for you that help get you back on track in case you get a little frustrated or you get a little bit lost in what you're saying. It gives you little key reminders of what to say along the way. So if you'll do that, your pitch will go much smoother. You'll make sure that if you ever do get frustrated or lost in your conversations, it will get you back on track and you'll be setting way more appointments that way. So good luck out there, guys.